Hi everyone, welcome back to another episode of History Hobo Plays TimeGuessr, where I play TimeGuessr daily challenges. We had a pretty good game yesterday. That last round was really difficult though. Luckily I managed to guess reasonably close to it. Let's see if we can do better today. Let's get into the game. Okay, here we go. Okay, straight away we have Barack and Michelle Obama. Obama looks fairly young, so we must be towards the start of his presidency. He's not gone grey quite yet. Are we in America? We have American flags here, but that's not surprising. This is not an American flag. This is a... which flag is this? Blue triangle, white at top, red at bottom. Is Czechia, I believe. Yeah. I think it's Czechia, or Czech Republic as it used to be known. So does this put us in Prague? Would work for this kind of building with the copper roofs, the green copper roofs. Large building. The year is going to be early in his presidency, so 2008, 2009, especially looking at these point and shoot cameras. An Olympus, haven't seen that brand in a while. Another Olympus, they were quite popular back then. They got a camcorder, digital camcorder. I'm not sure what that is. Is this an iPod or... I've never seen this device before. I don't know what that is. Okay, we've got some Secret Service guys at the back. It's not that surprising. So, I know Obama did tour a lot during his early presidency, around the time he was given the Nobel Peace Prize. So, I would say we're probably 2008, 2009. I think maybe he was a bit too busy in his first year, so we'll go 2009 on this. And let's look in Prague for a building like this. It's going to be difficult. It's quite a large building, but Prague's a big, big city. Although most of the roofs in Prague are orange roofs, so it might stand out as a large building with a green roof. Something like this, maybe. Would kind of make sense if we're in a square. You'd think they'd need some public space for them. The only thing that's throwing me off is that it doesn't look like there's anything behind them. If we were over here on the side of this building, then you wouldn't see much behind them because you'd have the river over here. Possibly. Or maybe it's this building. Yeah, that could work. So maybe it's this building and we're over here on this corner. Maybe around here. Looking this way. Maybe. Should we go for that? Yeah, let's go for it. I don't think I'm going to get any closer. Ooh, I was 1.2 kilometers away. So it wasn't the right building. Was this building viewable? It was near the castle. Yeah, that makes sense. It's probably makes more sense that they were up on the hill having nothing in the background because they were looking out over the hill. Still a good score, and it was 2009. So President Barack Obama appearing in Prague to give a talk about nuclear disarmament. Let's keep that up. Okay, we have a statue of Lenin probably being torn down or removed. Probably at the fall of the Soviet Union. Would be my initial guess. So are we in Russia or are we in a former Soviet country? Osipel Muvek. Doesn't seem Cyrillic. Got a flag here on this. This person's holding with two birds on it. Can't read what it says, unfortunately. Voyage on her top. Or his top. I can't see who that is. Okay, we have a bit of language over here. Sipajavito. Sipajavito. Doesn't jump out at me what language this is. CS. Semi. So we're going to be, and then we have a musette, so that's a museum probably. Not really knowing what language this is. I'm stuck at the moment. Got a couple of clues here. We've got a dotted U. We might be able to find countries with that, but it's probably quite common. Ooh, there's a flag here. Didn't see that first. Now, which former Soviet country would have this flag? I'm thinking Balkans, just based off the language. I always struggle with the Balkan area. It's not Estonia, because that's 3 different colours. I mean, black, white, and light blue. Can't remember the order. Is it Latvia? I think Lithuania has some yellow in it. I don't think, and green. I don't think it's that. I think Latvia is a dark red and a white in the middle. I think that could work for Latvia. So are we in Riga possibly? Might work. Anything else that would say Riga? It's going to be very difficult to date it off cars in this era. Soviet cars particularly looked very much old. They didn't change for a long time. I assume we probably have some larders in here. I think that's the only thing I'm going to go. I'm going to have a quick look to see if there's a dotted U in Latvia. And if I can find a museum that is spelled M-U-S-Z-A. I'm just assuming that that's possibly a museum. So let's have a look in Latvia. Okay, Latvia. We'll go in Riga because it'd be the most likely place. Have we got a dotted U in this language? If I can find one. Yes, there's a dotted U here. So on this Solitude. Okay, so, and can we find a museum? Usually there'll be museums in the center. It's got museum, but it's written in English. That doesn't help me. That's not going to help. So Museum of History and Navigation. Puvek, I don't know if that would be marked. Yeah, again, all the museums are labeled in English on Apple Maps. That's often the downside of Apple Maps opposed to Google Maps, where you'd have the local language more often in Google Maps. So I'm going to go Central Riga. Yeah, it seems reasonable. We could go in the town square maybe, although it doesn't really look like a town square. Now we'll leave it here near the city hall. We're kind of all right there. The fall of the Soviet Union, early 90s, would be around, I don't know when certain countries gained independence, whether they were all at the same time. I was very young at this time, only like 6, 7 years old. Was it 1991? I think it was 91. Let's hope that this is the time of the end of the Soviet Union. It's hard to tell on fashion in these areas because they had very limited access to Western fashions. So we'll go for that and just hope this is Latvia. No, it wasn't Latvia. That's a shame. It was 1990 and it was Budapest. That did not look like a Hungarian flag to me. That's a shame. That flag threw me off there. Lost a lot of points on that. We get so many rounds in Budapest. I should just go Budapest if I don't know the language. So Vladimir Lenin's statue being taken down in Budapest after Hungary became independent. So yeah, that's annoying. Next round. Okay, what do we have here? This is one of those ones where it's fish-eyed. Ooh, what language is this? It's going to be difficult to say. Almost an Indian language. Could we be in India? A URL would really help. I love Autisty. Kinda looks, yeah, it's not Arabic. Got some kind of labor movement going on here with the fist. Got a 19 there. Does that mean we're in 2019? It could be Bangladeshi. This doesn't really help me. Although that colors, the Bangladesh flag is green with a red spot in it. So it could be Bangladesh. Is this the shape of Bangladesh? Let me just have a look at a map of Bangladesh. Could be if it's kind of turned on its side. This little bit here looks a bit like this little bit here. And the dot is in the center, kind of where Dakar is. Where's Dakar gone? If I can find it now. Sure it's in the middle. Yes, right in the middle. So I would guess we are in Dakar then. That would be my main thing. We're in quite a large square here. Do we see any trees? Is it a park? Yeah, it looks... Yeah, it's a very large square. But we have quite a lot of trees over here, so we might be next to a park or next to something. So let's look at the satellite view. It's going to be incredibly difficult to find in Bangladesh. It's such a massive place. So we have a few grassy areas like this. Well, parks like this. We're not in a stadium. Can we have more parks here? We could be looking over this way maybe. But we need buildings around it, which makes it a bit more awkward because this kind of place would work, but we don't have the buildings right around it. It's a huge city. I think the most densely populated city in the world. I think it could be on. It's hard to tell the scale from this. This doesn't look big enough to have all those people in it. But I would think we'll probably need to be around this area where there's a lot of green in the background. I might just put it here, even though I don't think it actually is there. Unless anything else jumps out at me. It's such a massive place. I haven't even looked up here. Could be over this way. I don't know. Could be like here. No, we don't see a palace in the background, do we? Not really, no. Yeah, we'll leave it in the center where we are at the moment. Now, a year, that's going to be difficult. Okay, what year? Let's look at this van. Can't tell what it is. Doesn't look too old, though. We have another van here, but can't see the front of it. I just want to see if we can see any cars that I recognize. Again, another van. Another van. A lot of vans. I don't know when they had any kind of labor movements in Bangladesh. It does say 19 there. But is that just misleading? I don't know. I would be surprised if it was 19, unless it was just pre-COVID. It looks like a few numbers if you look at this one. Can't see any people close enough to discern whether there are phones in the crowd. Oh, there is a phone. So that helps us a little bit. And there's another one. You can see the lights popping out in the darkness. If you look in the dark areas, there's another one. And another one and another one. So actually, surprisingly, we can see phones. So 2019 might not be a terrible guess here. Looking at the size of those phones relative to his hand as well, like the size of his head. It's a fairly large screen, that. So, yeah, let's go for 2019 and hope that that sign's right. It could be early 2019. Let's go for it. Oh, it's 2013. Damn it. Oh, we were in the right place. How are we in the right place? Only 295 meters away. Let's have a look on the satellite map. Okay, we're here. That didn't look anything like what... Oh, I suppose we're on top of the building, taking a picture out this way, are we? Or this way. Terrible year guess there. The phones look bigger than you would get in 2013, though. That didn't look that size, but such a distance, it's hard to tell. So protests in Dakar demanding the execution of war criminal Abdul Qadir Mullah. Interesting. Okay. Next one. Got some language. Baumgartner Nekasi. I've heard of Baumgartner. I don't know where I've heard that name. Is that a name before? SK Skladista Platna Sukna Vunen Pamutsna Silvni. We've got a shop with an unfortunate name, Adolf Bundy. Glavau Schladista Sityaka, established 1869. Algenda Plucker. This statue seems familiar. Jela Rodovitz. Another difficult one here. A pretty old image. I think what country this could be. The language is not striking me as like Hungarian or anything, so we can wipe that off. There's not enough accents on the words. It's quite warm. Where have I heard Baumgartner before? Yeah, that's an old dress this woman's wearing. So we're probably going to be early 1900s. Do I see any cars? Not a single one. A lot of horse-drawn carriages. So I'd say we're maybe 1910, even earlier. This statue is very familiar. I must have seen it somewhere before. Quite a hilly place by the looks of it. Unless that's a building. I can't tell if that's a building or whether that's a hill in the background with buildings on it. Bravo. Schledista. Spitjakara. Sestich. And what accents do we have? Do we have any unique accents? We have a V over the O, like a little downwards one. We have a dotted A, and possibly a V over the S. Not sure what that one is. And an accent over the C by the looks of it. Is that either... Oh no, is that a C? That might be a C or an O, I can't tell. Whether that is just a missing line. Have they got an example of a C? Yeah, the C has a very narrow gap in it, so it could be the C. But it has a downwards line in it. It's not the O, because the O is solid. Okay, we didn't look around a bit for those. I think I'm going to spend some time on this one because I've messed up a few rounds today. I just want to try and claw it back a bit. Well, I found a few countries that have these accents, so it doesn't really help me too much. Czechia has it, Hungary has it, of course, and Croatia has it as well. Particularly the dotted, or which one was it? The one that I was looking at, the S with the little V over it. Looking at the sounds of the words, they sound a bit more Croatian to me. With obviously Hungarian has a lot of Z's in it. I'm not seeing too much Z's in this language, so I think I might go Zagreb. Just hope that I'm not a million miles away. So here we have the S with the little C on it, and the S with the V on it, and the C there also has an accent on it. So we could be in Zagreb. It's one of those places. I don't know Zagreb too well. I could look around for this statue, but I think considering the satellite image is not super clear. There's a statue here. We'll go here. If that's the correct statue, it would be an absolute miracle, but I doubt it is. Okay, and let's think about the year, because I can't spend any more time looking for that. I've been looking for about 30 minutes now. Definitely old. This woman's outfit with the big hat and the black dress seems like 1910-ish to me. No cars yet. It's not super surprising in this area, part of the world though. Could be a little earlier, could be maybe 1908, something like that. I think I'll go... Let's go 1908. Sounds like a nice year. Could be completely wrong here, but let's go for it. Where were we? Oh, it was Zagreb. Thank God. The year was 1902. I should have gone a little earlier. It's a shame. I lost a few points there. So we weren't that far away, only 825 meters. I think at the other end is a different square. Can we see this statue? The satellite view is so blurry here. I think maybe the statue is in shade here, so I wouldn't have been able to find it regardless. Last round. Let's hope we can score okay here. Well, we have French. Vaudeville Theatre, Vaudeville. So that gives us an early date, because we know we had the vaudeville reference in the round on, was it Atlantic City in America, and that was a pretty old image as well. Pour la liberté du monde, tous les jours, matinée. Yeah, so we have a cinema, Lutetia, Pearl White, René Anno. This must have been coloured later, this image. It seems like one of those images they've added colour to it later, because these colours are far too bright. Cinema Lutetia, Sensational. Oh, is that a date? can't read what that says. 1913? Possibly. I wish it was clearer. I see clear 2 here. I don't know. We'll keep that in the mind. I think this could be earlier than 1913 though. These outfits, interesting ones. And still can't see it over here. La Liberté du Monde, sensational again. Fatty nous plonge. What? Plonges? Interesting. Wee wee. A lot of wee wees around. Not really getting a clue on the city, but I would think we're probably in Paris. Could be anywhere in France really, but I don't know if this is a famous old cinema. Maybe it is. I've not heard of it though. Is there an area of France called Laetitia? I don't think so. Seems like a name. Yeah, I think if I knew some of these old actors it might help, but I don't know any of them. I know some actors from the 30s, but not mostly American actors from the 30s. Not any of these. Well, I think we'll have to go Paris here. Don't think we have any other choice, to be honest. Not sure what region. We'll go down here. Now, the date. Does that say 1913? Could say 1903. It might not even be a date. That's the thing. Let's look at the people. All in uniform. Seems pre-World War One. We have a bowler hat here on this guy. I'm thinking 1908 again, even though if it's 1913 I'm going to kick myself, but I'm going to go 1908 again because I think this could be even earlier than that, but we'll go with it. It was 1918. I'm an idiot. That's what it said as well, because it looks, the 13 could quite easily have been an 8. So an autochrome Lumiere photo of a cinema in post-World War One Paris. I didn't think it would be post-World War One, but I suppose the military-ish uniform here makes sense. Fairly poor score for us. That the Hungary round killed me there, really. It's okay, not terrible. It's going to drag my average below 45 again. Yep, by quite a way, so we're going to have to work to build that up. I really want to hit 45 average for the end of the month, because if I can hold a whole month of that average, after last month's average was only 42,000, it's a big jump up. We had some awful rounds there, but I think just constantly playing has made me a better player, to be honest. If you play every day, you just do get better at this game. You learn the tips and clues. Okay, let's look at the breakdown. So first round, the Prague one wasn't too difficult. The year was bang on. Started off well there. Second round was this Hungarian round. The flag in that didn't look Hungarian, but I suppose it could have been. It's just you can't tell the difference in colours in black and white sometimes. But it looked to me like the top and bottom colour were the same colour, which would mean Latvia, not Hungary, where they're green and red, and then white in the middle, I think. But green and red, you know, with colour blindness, those two colours can get mixed up. I'm not colourblind, but when it's black and white, they kind of look the same almost. So it's understandable. And then what was the third round? Was Dakar. We got lucky on location there. The year, those phones look too big for that era, but it's not terrible. At least we were very close on the location. Fourth round, we were lucky to get Zagreb. It was just a punt off the sound of the language, and they had the correct accents there. Again, 6 years off. My years were pretty shocking today. And then the last one, 10 years off. Not far away. Does that cinema still exist? Doesn't look like it. I don't know if it's a famous one or not. Okay. Not the best, but not the worst. I'll see you again tomorrow. Hopefully we beat that and bring my average back up. Bye.